Hi, I'm Tanya Loeb. I'm the Executive Director of Jillian's Place. I just wanted to check in with you because so many of you have been calling and sending us messages and well wishes. We really appreciate knowing that you care. Since Premier Doug Ford announced a few days ago that the province of Ontario is in a state of emergency, there's certainly been an increased sense of urgency and anxiety around this pandemic. As you can imagine, we've been working tirelessly here at Jillian's Place to ensure that we continue to be a safe haven for women and children during this challenging time. Under normal circumstances, the physical and emotional safety of our women is a top priority for us, but as you can imagine right now, safety takes on a whole new meaning. We've consulted with both the provincial and regional public health authorities and have vastly increased our health and hygiene measures, and we are reviewing and modifying these measures daily, and like many of you, learning as we go. We've implemented a screening and sanitization process for anyone entering the shelter, and we're proactively reducing physical social contact for our staff and for our clients. More meetings and appointments are happening by phone, and our in-person interactions include screening and safe social distancing. We've shut down our second office, and that way all of our staff are either working from home or from one location, and this helps us to streamline and focus our disinfecting efforts and our services as well. As we've been working to limit the number of people in one area, we've also unfortunately had to suspend our volunteer program. This creates quite a great deal of increased pressures at the shelter, and we greatly miss our treasured volunteers. It's been difficult for women and children in the shelter who are already dealing with a lot. Much of their work to move on to a safer life has been put on hold with the shutdowns and closures in the community, and the sense of isolation is greatly exacerbated at this time. And women who are living in the community are facing a lot of those same pressures, but they're also at risk with having an increase in isolation. If you have questions or if you want to talk, please reach out on our support line, which is available 24/7, 905-684-8331. And if you're unable to call, or if it's unsafe for you to call, remember that we have texting support as well through the same number, and we've created a list of resources which you can find on our website right now, which will help you navigate this unprecedented COVID-19 crisis. It's not only women who are experiencing abuse, but also women in general who may be finding life more difficult right now. Like our own staff in the social services, the vast majority of nurses and flight attendants and teachers and service industry workers are female, and their jobs either put them on the front lines of this pandemic or they're the ones at risk of being laid off. At home, women still do more of the caretaking, so with schools closed and travel restricted, and with the elderly and sick at a greater risk, women have much more to do, and so there are additional strains on the already existing inequalities. If you have a woman in your life, a friend or a family member or a colleague, please reach out, lend your support. It makes all the difference. So as we're putting things in place to make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep women and children safe and to minimize the spread of COVID-19, I just really want to thank you, our Niagara community, for your continued support of our work. It is deeply appreciated.